Hey guys, welcome back to the Mañana morning check-in. And how ironic, I was just doing a session on how my day looks, how I avoid distractions, and then the modem went down and there was no internet connection here in the house. So that's how real life happens, right? So went up, recycled the modem, came back down, had to recycle all the computer stuff, and we are back live. So um, I was trying to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse of how I stay productive or how I make things happen. And then, of course, that's what happens, right? But here's the gist of it. Today, got up, got dressed, the shower thing, got my coffee going. Hold on. Oh, I might need an extra cup of that today. But then today I'm excited because I worked on the Ducati. I got that back together. There's a couple cosmetic pieces I want to get to finish the bike and really make it right. But I got my Ducati stuff on. I got a Ducati jacket, Ducati boots, Ducati gloves, Ducati helmet. And I'm going to take that thing for a spin up towards the lake and back just to make sure everything's working well mechanically and electronically. Because like I said, I had the dash and the ECM reprogrammed and everything rekeyed for that bike to make the immobilizer and stuff come back on. So want to make sure I give that a good run through, make sure it gets through the full temperature range and that, it gets full usage so that the rider doesn't get the bike back and then go, oh crap, my bike doesn't work when it gets up to 200 degrees or something, right? So I want to get that handled. Next, when I get back, like I said, I go through my emails and I get rid of all the spam that I can find. And note, for me, I say spam, anything I don't need to respond to, I just get rid of, right? If it doesn't require a response from me, I just get rid of it. And then that allows me to focus on the things I do need to respond to. I focus on those, boom, I get my responses done, I kick those out. Then I jump over to the Mañana website and I'll say, okay, is today the day we're gonna, green light this course? Is today the day we're gonna put up another podcast? Is today the day we're gonna pre-plan some social posts, keep it going for another 2-3 days? These are the things that I'm constantly working on to kind of forge my way forward. Now, when it comes to fixed operations training for marine and motorcycle dealerships, I love doing that work, but let's be honest, the owners of those dealerships aren't willing to spend the money right now in today's COVID crisis and all this stuff to try and get ahead of this customer surge that's going to happen from increased sales. So, am I taking, contractual gigs to make websites and e-learning sites and all these other things that I can do? Absolutely. So that's part of it, right? And then I schedule everything out. I get into my project management software and I list out the projects that I'm currently working on, when my milestones are to have things done. And then I line things up so I know the priority on which I need to knock those tasks out, and people say, oh my goodness, how do you do it? How do you stay so effective? It's by using the tools. It's a disciplined mindset where you jump in and you have the discipline to do it, you get it done, and then bang. If I got time to go for a mountain bike ride, I'm going for a mountain bike ride. If I got time to go cyclocross, I'm going to go cyclocross. And time again, and this is a great example about talking about faith and Christianity and things like that. People will say, well, why are you, that's weak. Why are you a Christian? You need a crutch. You need this. It's like, well, no, I don't need a crutch. He's my Lord and Savior, blah, blah, blah. But let's get beyond that. And from a practical perspective, people say, oh, well, all those restrictions and all those rules, it's not restrictions and rules. It's absolute freedom. Just like I described with my scheduling all my stuff out and knowing my priorities. The more I discipline myself and the more I adhere to a schedule of priorities, the more time I give myself in the end, the more freedom I give myself and flexibility to do the things that I want to do. If I wasn't focused on all the different projects I'm working on and timelines and when things were due and how to get things handled, if I wasn't focused on that and I was constantly just kind of jumping from one thing to the next, but not with a clear vision of efficiency or proficiency, I would be stuck here all the time at this keyboard, frustrated because it'd feel like I was working hard and not getting anything done, right? But by being able to orchestrate, a project management system to it and say, okay, if I get up in the morning, get dressed, get inspired, have the coffee, talk to the folks, and then get on to the work, you just get the work done. And then next thing you know, it's over and you've got, half a day left to go spend with the family, the kids, bicycle, go to the beach, read a book, whatever. I've got another John Maxwell book that I'm knocking down. It's called Everyone Communicates and Few Connect. And so I'm reading that. And there's times where I think to myself, I'm a pretty good communicator. I'm a pretty good communicator. And then there's times when I'm talking to my kids and I know they're not listening to me. And I go, I know I'm a good communicator, but I'm not connecting. So how do I connect, right? And I'll have that happen in business sometimes, right? Talking to somebody and you'll say, we're going to do A, B, and C, A, B, and C, A, B, and C. And then, after saying that 20 times, someone comes around and goes, well, how's NOP doing? And you're like, dude, we're still talking about A, B, and C, right? It's like, obviously that connection wasn't made in the way that it needed to be made, or the communication would have been clearer, right? So that's kind of what I'm studying on now. It's getting a little bit better with the communication. And to blow that out of the park, I got contacted over the weekend by a guy that is, I don't want to say his name or put him on the spot, but he is an ace at teaching people how to do presentations, communicating, connecting, really big on the connecting, this guy. I know him. I've been in his audience before, and he's different than me. I'll tell you that. He is different than me, which is exactly why I need him on this podcast. But he reached out to me over the weekend, said he'd be interested in doing a podcast segment. And so we're working on putting that together, hopefully sometime next week. And I'm pretty stoked about it because, he's notable. He's you're, as a podcast hoster, you're always looking for, notable, qualified people to be a guest on your podcast. And this guy's got it in spades. So I'm excited to have him come on the show. And I think that takes me out of it for today on Monday. I think this has been a good roundup. I'm sorry I had to do round 2, but timing couldn't have been better, right? I was talking about distractions and all of a sudden, poof, no internet. So that's how it goes, right? Life in the big city. Hope you guys are having a great, blessed day. I will catch up to you very, very soon. Love y'all. Peace out. Bye-bye.